Fong Ha was born in the UK, but her Chinese heritage became the centre of an uncomfortable incident on a London bus.
There were two people that were sat in a few seats in front of me. One of them, they turned around and looked at me, and she saw that I was a Chinese person. Well, I look Chinese from the outside. And then she turned around to the person next to her and whispered something in their language. I could hear Chinese, and the man turned around and looked at me, and they both turned around to the front of the bus and pointed to the front, got up and went and sat at the very front seat.
A few minutes later, a schoolboy on the same bus spotted her and spent the rest of the trip holding his coat collar over his mouth like a mask.
I was born in the UK. I've lived here my entire life. You know, this is my home. I don't see why I should be treated differently just because of the way I look.
It's not just people feeling sidelined. London's Chinatown is usually packed with people queuing for restaurants, but since the outbreak of coronavirus, the hustle and bustle is gone. Businesses on the Strip are feeling the financial pain. Dumplings legend is one of them.
The business down at the moment is 50% down, and maybe it's more. I don't know yet. It's hard for me to figure out. But normally, on lunchtime, it's quite full here. But you can see the impact by yourself now because you see it's so quiet here.
Hygiene has been stepped up, and staff who've been ordered to disinfect after touching plates and cutlery are worried they might lose their jobs.
If the business doesn't come back, probably we might cut down the working hours probably, and then we might have a recession. Maybe we cut down the staff. I think that's a possibility it's happened.
It's not just the locals who are steering clear of Chinatown, but the Chinese tourist trade that it depends on is also down, particularly since Virgin and British Airways decided to suspend direct flights between the UK and China. And solicitor David Teng has identified another problem. A large number of Chinese tourists and students are in the UK on visas that will soon expire.
If they don't go back, they will run the risk of being a criminal because if you overstay your visa, you can be put to school for that. But if you go back, you also run the risk of catching the virus. So it's a dilemma for those who have to choose. So hopefully we can persuade the Home Office to try to give them a temporary extension so that they will be able to stay here until China declared the virus free.
Coronavirus has sparked a global health emergency, but the fear and panic that comes with it is causing a crisis of a different kind, and one that is already having serious economic consequences. Sarah Morice, TRT World, London.